Welcome back to the 5th episode of this Raging Echoes League series. So at the end of the last video we managed to get the 7th relic and we recently unlocked the final area as well. We got that relic by doing beginner clue scrolls, so I thought, you know what, how about we bash out a few more, we'll get some tasks done and hopefully some easy points. Just going to jump straight into these easy clue scrolls today, and yeah, we're hoping for easy points. There's some flared trousers, and we really want to get up to the 8th relic in this video, or as close to it as we can. So hopefully we'll get our stats up, we'll get the points, and really I want to get some better gear because I am still sat here in my rune helmet, my rune plate body, and my rune legs. So yeah, hopefully the hard and elite clues here can sort us out a little bit. Alright, first points of the video, 50 easy clue collection log slots for 80 points. Down to the last few easy clue scrolls, and there we go, 75 easy clue scrolls, and that is the final easy clue scroll task actually. So who needs the clue relic when you have the clue compass? But open up the last couple and we'll move on to the mediums. Straight away with the mediums, there's 25 unique items, there's 20 medium clue collection log slots filled. No major items came in from the medium clue scrolls unfortunately. I was looking for the ranger beads for that task, but I did get a U short bow, I got a 200 collection log slot and a couple of additional tasks, so definitely time well spent while I'm still needing the points to get onto the next relic. Same thing for the hard clue scrolls as well, so no items of note, but we did manage to get a bunch of different tasks done and those points are definitely stacking up already. Even from the beginning of the video, we're almost 1,000 points gained in just a couple of minutes. I guess one of the perks of Zaya is that I do have the chance for a mimic, both from elite and master clue scrolls, and that rune crossbow is definitely point, I know that for a fact. Nice gilded chaps. I mean, I'll probably never use them, but it's nice that I did get some gilded. Ranger's tights and a master clue scroll as well, so not too bad of a clue opening just there, and up to 17,000 points. Going a little dry for the scaly blue dragon hide has actually come in quite handy because these dragon bones are going to get me up to 77 prayer, and thanks to the grimoire I'm now going to be able to use piety, I'm going to be able to use rigor, and I'm going to be able to use augury, so for any future PVM I am going to be completely sorted. One of the first things I wanted to do after unlocking Morytania was to complete Sins of the Father, so I'd really hyped myself up for this boss fight, but of course, with the relics, with the banker's note, it was completely trivial, so a nice easy quest to finish off there. I did also forget that I'd get an incredible XP tome from this, but unfortunately can't use it on smithing because you need level 60. I really couldn't be bothered to go and get that up to 60 right now, and so I'm going to put on another skill that's a little bit tricky to train at times, and that is crafting. Just the standard 240,000 XP drop, and after using all of those, up to level 79 crafting, so getting on our way to be able to make that Fury. If you have watched any of my previous videos before, you know that I love a good bit of AFKing and it's time to make the best use of the dodgy deals relic. So if I come over to the pub here in Darkmire, then yeah, I'm going to be pickpocketing at least 3 different vias at the same time, going to get massive XP drops, and we should be level 99 in no time, and we'll hopefully get a few blood shards along the way. I was about to have a bit of a grumble about how it's almost level 99 without getting any blood shards, but there we go, and because we are having the perk of the relic to get pickpocket multiple people, 3 blood shards at once. There we go, I got my words out. So, really happy that we finally got some of those, and just a couple seconds away from getting the level 99 thieving as well. The XP per hour here is pretty mental, it's about like 13.5 million XP an hour, so this has taken about 45 minutes from where I was, and to get all the way up to level 50, it's probably only a couple of hours away. But here we go, another level 99 on the account, and another 200 points that's going to push us on to the 8th relic. Something else I've been working on in the background is going towards these forestry rewards, because there are points behind them. So there's the felling axe handle, and I also picked up the log basket and the sturdy harness, which will eventually make the forestry basket for another task, but I do need level 75 smithing for that one. Having got the forestry rewards out of the way means I can park myself up at the redwoods in the Woodcutting Guild 2. It's not quite the 25-minute AFK Karambwans, but about 5 minutes or so, and there's a bunch of different places for me to stay. It's very AFK, but it is reasonably slow XP at only around 600,000 an hour, but there is 500 redwood logs chopped, and another successful day of working from home. It really is time to make a handful of gear upgrades, so here is the Amulet of Glory just being made, also a task for the Dragonstone Amulet. And then I made my way over to the Cave Horrors where I got a black mask on my very first superior kill. So super happy that took, about 4 minutes. And then, yeah, we'll finally be able to get this, I guess 15-20% damage bonus that the black mask gives, essentially anywhere, because we do have the Slayer Relic, and that is going to make things so nice across the entire game. So we'll take the black mask and all of these other bits of equipment, and there's the Slayer helm, so we'll look slightly less newbie than we did with our Runeful helm just a moment ago. So I'm going to make use of a bit of region synergy, which I also hate that word, so I'm sorry for using it, but I can use the Arceus spellbook to teleport straight to Barrows, and we're going to get a bunch of different gear upgrades here, and hopefully before too long we'll be managing to get a full set of something. I'm assuming that I can just melee everything here with the Relic, with the Piety, and with the Slayer Helm perk too. So there we go, off the bat a 33, a 34, a 25. So yeah, I think we'll have no problem here and don't need to faff around with Slayer Dart or something. I went down into the catacombs like an idiot and completely forgot that I have this incredible clue compass and I can just teleport straight to the Barrows chest. So that is going to save so much time in this temporary game mode. And there we go, open the chest and I can defeat one of the brothers straight away and get that looted. First chest then, and do we get an item? No we don't, but I did forget that you do get the prayer XP here, so we'll see how much that's actually going to be. Alright, being able to teleport straight back here with the spellbook is an incredible combo. We'll use this prayer XP lamp and 640,000, not too shabby, up to 81 prayer, and we go again. Second chest, and our first item, a Guthan's Chain Skirt, and Guthan, it's one of the ones that I really want the most. It has the healing effect, and I think for the content I've never done, like TOB, that's going to be incredibly useful for me. So yeah, really pleased to get that on essentially the second chest. The next item on 6kc is of course a dupe, but at least the runs are fast and we know we can get items, so I'm sure we'll get the rest within no time. 10kc for an Aram's robe skirt, so maybe pretty useless for me, but I did get ancient magics with the grimoire, and if I do want to get those Laren's keys in the wilderness, then it might help. Speaking of Laren's keys, I completely forgot you can get them outside of the wilderness, so thank you to Carol for just dropping one for me there. Nice, 14kc, and that is a Darok's Great Axe, so another great set that I do hope are complete sooner rather than later. But yeah, hopefully that's a lot of fun when we get the final pieces. And I don't know if this will actually be better or worse than using a Dragon Longsword. I might just give it a go really quickly as I do this next run. Well, it seems like even without the set effect, it does hit, and it hits reasonably high, but whether or not it's as good as or better than the Dragon Longsword and the Obby Shield, I don't know. I just finished KC number 15 there, and I realised I'll probably be at Barrows for a fair while, and I'm going to be doing these achievement diaries anyway, so why not do the Morytania hard diary now, so that I get increased runes while I do Barrows, and it just seems to make a bit more sense. So on a bit of a detour now. That detour does include keeping up the farm runs, and there's 80 points for checking a grown magic tree in Lumbridge, but it is also giving me access to the highest tier of the farming guild, so looking forward to making use of that soon. That is another nice day of AFKing while working from home, and level 99 woodcutting has come in, another 200 points, so yeah, less than 6,000 to the next relic now. And yeah, the AFK part of the league, I don't know, there's just something about them, but they're so nice, and hopefully I'll have time soon to jump back into some Barrows. Always nice when you're bashing out some diaries and you can get some league tasks done along the way. Seems like a bit of a waste having the Ectofunctus when I do have the Wilderness Chaos Altar, but another easy way to get some prayer experience. Just need to pray at this nature altar and that will be the easy diary completed, and it is points as well, so pretty good stuff. This is the first time I've had to play a game of Triple Brewing in a long time, and I'm pretty sure no one knew about this fletching thing when I was there, but look at all that XP coming in. So if I run out of logs, I know where to come to at the end of the league. I joined that game about halfway through, and I went from level 61 to 68 fletching in about 9 minutes, so not too bad. One day I will have a herb on me when Dr. Jekyll comes, but at least there's every task done in the easy, medium and hard diaries, except for those I need a quest for, so I'm going to go bash out a couple of those now. That's Haunted Mine completed to finish off that hard diary there. And there's the lair of Tarn Razolor, or however you say his name, finishing off for the medium diary too in a weird order. It's only until you start making YouTube videos that you actually pronounce some of these weird things on RuneScape, but funny to give it a bash, and there we go, I'll go claim those rewards. That's 3 diaries and 3 experience lamps, and of course they all do need to go into smithing. Up to level 71 there, and that is a nice boost on our way to getting 99 eventually. Now that the diaries are complete, there's the 50% extra runes, but more importantly, there is a Darox plate body on our very first KC back, so 2 out of 4 for that set now, and it would be one of the better sets to get early, so really pleased with that one. Oh, only a bloody triple chest just there. I mean, I was kind of about to complain because that was almost 11 KC or so without getting an item at all since the Darox plate body, but look at all those coming in at once. Weirdly, I think the Verox Brassard looks quite cool with the Guth and Chain skirt, so I think I have a new look for the account. I will gladly take a Carol's leather top. I mean, it might not be incredible for melee or whatever, but having a nice switch and importantly, a cool looking item is the most important part of this league. I suppose I'll take an Aram's robe top as well in the very next chest. I mean, that's the top and bottoms. So if I ever do need to go barraging, I'm gonna look pretty good. That's the 3rd piece of Darox. I think it's just the helmet left to go. So yeah, look at this. Only 1 bit to go. It'll be the first full set we get, so I put my money on it being Darox for the first one. But we'll see. Literally the very next chest. So KC38 completed Darox, and that's probably one of the top 2 sets that I was hoping to get. I mean, I would quite like the Guthan still, but I will take what I can get with the Darox for right now. Just feels good, looking cool, and there's a nice 160 points coming in for the first full Barrow's armor set and for the full Darox armor set too. So let's go give it a spin. So let's give this a bash, and yeah, I'd say that's some pretty reasonable hits. A 52, 36, a 12, and Carol's is down. I mean, I guess the only downside here really is that I probably need to use protection prayers, where with the other setup, I know that I'm not really going to take that much damage, so it doesn't really matter, but needing to keep low hit points with Darok might not be the best setup for future Barrows runs. Amongst all of that fun, I did need to AFK while I was working for a bit, and while I was texting my mum, I managed to miss 50 million fishing XP at the Karambuan, so another 200 points, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, like nothing's quite as 25-minute AFK as this one is, but I'm sure we'll find something to do. Double chest and a Guthan's War Spear too, and a very underrated helm in my opinion in the Taurus full helm. Looks pretty cool. Coming up to 50 KC here at the Barrow's chests, and yeah, I think I've seen enough people running around in their fire capes, and here I am in a loser cape from a clue scroll, so I think I do have something to take care of. So, time for a fire cape run. I mean, it's going to be completely easy, especially with the banker's note, although the only problem is the only other time I've meleeed Jad was in the very first Trailblazer about 4 years ago. So I can't quite remember how to do it, and I've not looked up a guide, but I reckon it probably won't be too problematic. Wave 31 is probably the first mildly challenging part of the run, and I'm pretty sure if you run back and forth a bit you can probably avoid the melee attacks. Not sure if I'm doing this quite right, but it doesn't seem to have been a problem there. And so here is Jad with his Santa hat, and that was actually not done on purpose there, surviving a hit. I just completely mistimed the prayers, but managed to survive, and I think even without the banker's note, I probably would have been okay there. Only had to deal with one healer in the end as the others were closing in, and even the Dragon Longsword was too much of a match for Jad, and there it is, the first Fire Cape done, a bunch of combat achievements, and importantly, there is another combat mastery point to spend. For a moment after ruining my combat masteries last time, I really did think, oh, you know what, should I just go all out for like a 5-5 build, instead of like going 6 in one style, but I want those echo hit splats to come in with the melee, so I'm going to go tier 6 melee, lock it in, and all styles will now have a 60% prayer penetration. Not that I think anything has overhead prayers as bosses in my regions, but the option is nice, I suppose. But there we go, maxed out on melees, and now in the future, I guess we'll have some more decisions to make. Now that we have the Fire Cape, there's a bit of business to attend to, so I've sold off some Chaos and Death Runes, and there we go, let's buy the Obsidian Armor Set, we'll throw that on, and that's going to be a nice 80 points. I sold the armor set back straight away, and there is buying an Uncut Onyx, 200 points, and it's just flying in today. With all the gems and dragon hides in my bank, I did just about manage to get 86 crafting, and then this Sullysept cap is actually going to turn into a mushroom pie, which is going to give a +4 boost to crafting. So, going to be able to make the Fury. That horrible task on Fossil Island actually has come in quite handy. Let's eat the pie, get the +4 boost, and make that Onyx amulet. Put the wool on, and there we go, 200 more points coming straight in. Classic mistake coming in that I need level 87 magic to enchant this, but I only have level 86. A quality bit of agility later, and there's 87 magic and an enchanted Amulet of Fury, looking good. And a nice perk of the Morytania region means there is an Amulet of Blood Fury too. Not only looking super cool as well, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to carry me through a lot of content that I intend to take on. I wanted to grab a few more upgrades via Slayer, and here I am bursting some Necreals in the Wilderness Slayer dungeon, and I'd completely forgotten about the bonus XP you get for defeating 100 of every Slayer monster. So almost 200,000 there for some Necreals, and it made me think, actually, instead of spending all of my time here, let's go and bash out a few more monsters. The Darok set is really starting to come in handy. I was pretty much one-shotting all of these cave horrors, but there's level 99 on a superior. I'll take the Brimstone Key, and we'll go on from there. A few Pyrofiends later, and there is the iconic level 85 Slayer. No better feeling than defeating an Abyssal Demon in the Slayer Tower for an easy 30 points. I did at some point realise as well that there was another task to slay an Abyssal Demon, and despite having the Slayer Relic, this didn't seem to go off, so I managed to get a real task for once, and there we go, 200 points to slay an Abyssal Demon. With the Daroks being on 1 HP, it's gonna take no time at all to get this Abyssal Whip upgrade. It has not taken long at all to get the Abyssal Whip, just 81 KC there at the Abyssal Demons, another 200 points, and these gear upgrades are just going so quickly. Last thing to get for now is the Dragon Boots, which only took 6 KC. It was only later that I realised it was only a 1 out of 25 drop anyway, but nevertheless, super handy to get those. We've put in a pretty good shift today. I really explored Morytania, we've got some cool gear upgrades, I'm pretty happy with how we're looking, and it was also incredibly useful to actually be able to get the Darok set as well, not just for the full set for the task, but I reckon that this is going to be super handy as we come to take on some of the more challenging content in the game, as well as just being able to hit big numbers, because big numbers are always fun. Still though, we are a few thousand points off of the 8th and final relic, but I'm sure that will come around in no time at all, and then we can make use of it and enjoy some of the best content in the league. So thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.